is.
Welcome, or you should be saying welcome to me, in fact, given that I've just taken over your craft room.
Well, thank you for coming.
You're welcome. I mean, let's just bring some attention to these boys. These boys, the lads. You are the genius who leapt inside my brain and pulled these boys out. Aren't they so handsome? Rory, say hi. Bobby, hi. How on earth?
Well, it all started by reading your book.
Well, you know, I made you read my book. Read my book.
Your book
Needy,
is fab.
needy, needy.
Your book is fab, and I read it, and the characters just came so alive. And you know, and when you told me to recreate them in wool, it was so easy because the descriptions were brilliant, and they just appeared. They just emerged from the fluff.
From the fluff. Thank you. No, honestly, it's just been so we met because of my husband.
Yes.
You know, you went to school with my husband.
Yes. 20 years ago.
Yeah, you're old, but
yes.
you look beautiful.
Oh,
you look beautiful.
That's very kind.
Yeah, well, you do. But we met, we went for a walk in the woods, didn't we?
We did.
And I had fangirled over your Instagram page for, honestly, I actually I don't know if you remember or connected the dots, but I even tried to become your friend before by saying, look, if you like, by jumping on one of those like follow train things. Do you remember?
I don't know if I do.
No, exactly.
Tell me.
No, so I
might be back there somewhere.
So one of my contacts forwarded me this follow train thing, you know, where you highlight 10 people whatever, and then everyone
yes.
you know, says follow my friends. Yes. Anyway, and I was like, oh, must contact Hannah. I didn't know your name then, I don't think. But I sent it to you, and you sent me the most polite.
Did I say no?
You did, but in the nicest way, because you're so nice.
Oh.
And the niceness just continues. I remember meeting you in the car park at Alice Holt's, Gruffalo Woods, and as you pulled in, you just flashed me your pearly whites from the car, and I'm like, oh my God, she's an angel. I am absolutely in awe. We joke constantly that you just poke wool. But
that's all it is. That's the big secret.
No, but Hannah, it's
you
not.
Are just poking.
Look
wool.
at them. That's not poking.
It is.
I mean,
poking.
it's magic.
You have a needle and you poke, and I'm going to teach you how to do that today.
I'm excited and petrified all at the same time. I'm petrified that I'm going to hurt myself, but also that you're really going to show me up.
Okay, so. Here we go. So there are a couple of safety rules to stop you from hurting yourself.
My tea down.
You need to concentrate. Okay.
Seatbelt, no.
2 rules.
Okay, go.
Of needle felting.
Yeah.
When you're not using your needle.
Never talk about needle felting. Go on.
When you're not using your needle, you put it in your pad.
Oh,
you don't put it on the table. You don't put it on your lap.
Okay.
You don't let it roll away to hurt somebody else. You put it in your pad.
Okay, cool.
Let's have a practice of that. There we go, in your pad.
It's in. Shall I move these out of the way?
The other rule, come on boys. So the other rule is that you never felt into your hand.
Oh yes, gosh.
So if you have some wool, you would never felt that. I mean, it sounds obvious, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing how many times I find myself doing it, and it's a sure way to stab your hand.
Okay, I don't want.
So you always stab down onto your pad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I have got you some little finger protectors here.
Thank you.
These are great. I often use them for the children's workshops.
Yes,
but
I'm a
I
child.
think they will be perfect for you today. Big one goes on your finger.
Big one goes on my finger.
That's it, and the shorter one onto your thumb. And is that the hand that you would use to
receive
the pokes?
I'm ready to receive.
Excellent.
Okay,
so we're going to make bees.
Go. Oh, nice.
Yes. A little Bobby bee, maybe.
Oh, I love you.
And maybe you can tell me more about Bobby. Okay, here we go. So, some yellow wool for you and some yellow for me.
Oh,
and we're going to start just by making the body.
Okay.
So you're just going to roll it up.
with my claw hands. Okay, sorry. Rolling. Let's go.
Rolling.
Okay.
And then have a little poke.
Oh gosh,
okay.
Pressure.
That's it. Watch your fingers. So just poke down into the wool. Okay, so these needles are barbed. So by poking it in and out of the wool, you're matting together the fibres.
Oh.
So already, take your needle out.
Already it makes more sense.
That's going to hold its shape. Okay?
That's cool.
So you're aiming for, well, a B shape. So a little oblong.
So I'm going to pretend
body.
that I am...
So just pull the wool round to where you want it and poke it in.
Oh, okay.
And you're going to carry on doing it because you want it to be nice and firm.
Right, I'm gonna get good at this.
That's it.
Right, I'm going to get good at this.
Keep moving it around because you want to.
I am a sculptor.
Sculpt it evenly. Where did the inspiration for Bobby come from?
Bobby and Rory were born from something that my nephew said. So we had gone to the Isle of Wight as a family, and I remember it was baking hot, and we were on our way back from this really cutesy restaurant, which I think was like an old train station or something bizarre. Anyway, it was just a stunning day. And on the way back, we were walking through these cutesy little rows of cottages, and there was an active, I'll say rose bush. I have no idea what a flower was. I need to be better at understanding flowers, but regardless, it was active with bees, and my mum has a bit of a fear of wasps, because I think she had like this mad wasp nest in hair moment when she was a kid.
That sounds horrible.
But anyway, so she freaked out at walking past bees, and Rory, my nephew, was 4, and he reassured her. And he said, "Don't worry, Grandma, bees are important. Bees are very important." And it kind of just struck a chord with me. And essentially, it was because Rory's granddad had, been working with him in the garden, feeding and watering tomatoes and stuff. And he taught Rory the importance of bees. And I just thought that was so magical. And it's so true, isn't it? Bees are super important, and you do spend your most of your life, personally, spend most of your life kind of being fearful of bees, being worried about bees. Oh my God, there's a bee! Help me, save my sandwiches! Stuff like that. And you kind of neglect the importance of them. And I kind of I made Bobby as a representation of my nephew's grandfather, who is no longer with us, and it just became a really beautiful relationship. How did you feel making him? Were you like, what the hell? Who is this girl? And why is she making me do these things?
We did have many conversations, didn't we? Which gave us a really good starting point.
Yes.
And then it was just sort of getting the finer details, wasn't it? We had a bit of a back and forth about the body shape, whether he should be a sort of fat round shape or sort of a bit longer, or and the fluffiness as well. That was quite a big thing, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think we tried some different techniques.
I think that was what was so cool about working with you, is that my although my mind was very clear on who Rory was, I could see Bobby's face really well.
Yeah.
But I couldn't see his bee body in my mind's eye quite so well. And therefore the fact that you just kind of bent in the wind and let me say, oh no, I'm a very visual person, and therefore I don't know what I want until I've seen it. So thank you for being patient with me.
Oh, my pleasure.
Look
at that, you've got a big body. Let's have a look at that.
Is it firm enough?
No, but it's brilliant.